SailGP Insights takes a data lab to every Sail Grand Prix. This lab conceals the best-kept secrets of SailGP's fleet. This room receives data from 1,300 sensors placed on board the F-50s. Teams can see each other's data, but only those who know what to look for will find the key to success. The best sailors in the world know this room as the Grand Prix Vault.
Welcome to Spain's Sail Grand Prix. After starting the season with 2 podium finishes, Canada have struggled to remain competitive. Let's see if they can go back to their winning ways here in Cadiz.
So we're in Cadiz and there's this grand-looking seawall just lined with fans. There's about 70,000 out to watch the sailing for the day. It's incredible, but it's also wreaking havoc on the racetrack because you've got this big swell rolling in and you've got it backwashing off that wall, and the flight controllers just don't really know how to handle it.
There, Todd, have a look at the Americans. What a costly mistake.
Canadian flight controller Billy just couldn't nail it. He's always trying to ride it this X amount higher than the waves, but when the waves are crazy like that, trying to ride it high is really hard.
We had a day where we had meter-large waves, and we tried to sail the boat like there was no waves.
You can go from pushing these boats 100% to suddenly having to back off to about 60% of the performance of the craft.
Spain, look how high they fly as they turn up.
And that's hard. That's hard to do mentally, and it's hard to do physically as well.
Oh, top of the screen, Canada, they've come off the foils, they jumped out the water, look at the speed fall off there.
It's all right. Settle. You all right, Georgia?
We're pushing it way too hard for the conditions.
End of day 1 here in Cadiz. Really tough day for Team Canada.
And so they got a 7.86. That's their scoreline for the day.
They've been struggling with flight control issues. This seems to me a season-defining moment. They either improve straight away or they risk going down a rabbit hole of poor performance. But how do they improve from one day to another? That's the million-dollar question.
That was a tough day.
Yeah, tough day out there.
What can you teach me?
I don't know, I'll try my best, man.
The SailGP has a group of data analysts. Every day the boats are sailing, we're getting a report. Is our ride height a little click higher up here?
Yeah, so you're...
So there's more than 100 sensors on the I-50. We're like gathering everything, monitoring everything. So at the end of the day, it's lots and lots of information to digest for the sailor.
See that you're very unstable as well.
They provide us with information to effectively cut corners, and they do the learning for us. Good intel.
Yeah,
we'll look into it a bit deeper
hopefully
tonight.
you get a better day tomorrow.
Beauty. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I'm loving this position, guys. Really nice.
Very close start in the first race of day 2. USA and Team Canada leading.
The Canadian team asked for custom reports to look how they were flying the boats.
So that evening we sat down, myself, Phil, the flight controller Billy, and we just had a look on a graph, the Australians, how they reacted. So we really took a lesson from that actually the ride height's going to change with the swell as we go through the peaks and the troughs of the waves. And the critical thing is not to overreact and then suddenly go the other way.
Okay, day task coming in.
So obviously my best friend Hugo tells me whether I'm doing a good or a bad job on any given day at work.
It was clear that the flight controller was over-trimming because you get lost with the waves. And basically when you're doing that too much, it's just make the boat harder to fly.
USA getting too high, they crash. Today's about not making any mistakes. It's easier said than done.
Canadians smashing everyone there.
They're the only boat on this leg to have 100% flight time.
Day 2, there was a drastic change of how they're using the boat. The flight controller was way more stable,
If my ride height stability is high, meaning that the boat is not moving up and down in the air a lot, and I'm resisting the urge to overreact, as we call it, meaning that I'm trying to spin that wheel as little as possible, that's sort of the measure of if I've had a good day or a bad day.
Canada seems not to be affected by all the chaos around them. They overtake GBR and Spain to move from third to first.
Canada have managed to keep the number of jibes down.
Super stable in flight height.
Okay, if we look at day 2, in terms of pepper grinder movement, the Canadian team just went way below than the others.
I think we sort of keep it simple. Knee right, must go right turn bottom.
Team Spain are currently second, and oh no! They drop down in a no-pressure zone. Canada runs away with a lead. The final's in sight.
Good job.
Quite impressive. Like their flight stability was really poor. Now it's super high.
Because they went down from 14.8 foiling movement in 10 seconds, they switched to 9.2. And basically that means that their flight stability improved from 12% to 77%.
They won race 4, and now Canada are about to win race 5.
Rounding up at 5.
They get 2 firsts. They almost make it into the final. The US team just pulls it off, gets like a 4th. They needed to be 5th for Canada to go through, but so close. Such a small adjustment in such a short period of time.
Great job today. For us, for a first season in SailGP, one of the challenges you're always going to have is you're going to keep meeting new conditions that you haven't sailed in before. And so to be quick learners, to solve problems quickly and come out, change something and make an improvement is the absolute key.
If you don't understand data and can't interpret it, you're going to struggle in this world. It is a completely different sport from just being intuitive and learning by doing. You have to have the capacity to study and look through data and learn from it.